Well, Boris, the Australian Open is a very special tournament to you. You turned #1 when you won here in '91, and then it was the last major you won in '96. But last year, it was the start of coaching world #1 Novak Djokovic. What have you enjoyed most about coaching such a great player?
Well, I've done a few things in tennis, obviously playing the tournaments for many years. I did coach a little bit, exactly 5 years, the best German juniors after my playing career. But obviously nobody was anywhere close to Novak. And the biggest enjoyment is that, talking to somebody that's going into tournament with one aim and one aim only, that's winning him. He's not happy in the quarters and the same as on the final. And that's a little bit like how I like to think I approached, the tournaments and the Grand Slam in particular. Overall, I must say, the tennis hasn't changed that much. The locker rooms are most of the same places. The players' lounges got bigger, and the tournaments got probably more professional. And tennis is more popular now than it was 20 years ago. But back in the day, we played all right too.
Novak finished #1 last year. He won Wimbledon. What did you work on the off season to get him to be even better and even have a better year in 2015?
Well, he obviously had a very, very solid, very consistent year, with a couple of real highlights, winning Wimbledon and very strongly finishing the year, finishing at #1. So we wanted to emphasize on why he was winning these tournaments in Paris and the ATP finals so easily. He played some of the greatest players in the world, and he beat them 2 and 3. So we wanted to emphasize on that, and that means aggressive baseline tennis. So we kept the winter break short. He played in India, the International Players League, the IPTL. So the break was kind of short, which I liked, because this is the big start. You cannot come from the winter break 2 months off and expect you're playing your best tennis now. So physically we kept him in shape, but technically we kept the things going that worked in November. So yeah, we're excited to start here.
One of the great storylines last year, and it's continued, was the celebrity coaches. Why do you believe so many former great players are now entering the coaching ranks?
I think it's just a smart next step. Some of the top players, we have played the game. We know exactly. You mentioned, and maybe some of the names: Stefan Edberg, Michael Chang, and a few others as well.
Goran did an amazing
Goran
job.
Ivanisevic as well. We played Grand Slam finals. We know what they're going through. We were once 25, 27. We know the ups and the downs and the emotional turmoil their players going through. Yet, on the other hand, we did play pretty good tennis as well. So I think that combination was the reason why some of these guys asked us to coach him.
Is Novak a little bit underrated? Does he go underneath the radar? He's finished #1 3 of the last 4 years, but so much of the talk, Roger Federer has such a big following. Nadal draws such emotion from players. Then you talk about the next generation. But what Novak has accomplished in the past 4 years has been remarkable. Do you feel like he's a little underappreciated for his greatness?
I think underappreciated is the word, and I understand the fan base Roger has very deservingly, and I understand the fan base Rafael Nadal had. But the fact of the matter is, the man in town is called Novak Djokovic, and he's won this tournament 4 times already. He's the world #1, they talk about big rivalries and Andy Murray's a part of it and so forth. But you have to start with the top. And the top, in my book, in the ranking, he says Novak Djokovic, and not just for a week or 2. So on the other hand, he's gotten used to that already. It's part of the tennis world we live in. He doesn't mind anymore. He knows how good it is. And you ask anybody in the locker room who they don't want to play, I think Novak's name's pretty up there.